You're rolling. All right, this is homework help for lesson 1.1. Woohoo! All right, let's talk about this problem again. We had a little technical difficulties before. We're starting over. The sum of 3 consecutive integers is 186. What are those integers? Let me ask you a quick question. How many answers are you going to have to find to answer this question? 3. Very good. A big mistake that some students make on homeworks and tests is like they get their x value and they're like, cool, I'm done. And then it's wrong and they cry and it's very sad. So we want to make sure we answer the entire question. What are the 3 integers? Now, we talked about this just before. Remind me of what the word consecutive means.
Not even or something like that.
You said it before.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so those are our examples. Let's look at our examples again. 3 consecutive integers, 1, 2, 3. Give me another example. 4, 5, 6. Give me a big example just for fun. Like make it scary. 101, 102, 103. Now, what I said before was an example of not consecutive integers, and that's what actually helped you guys figure out how to put the meaning into words. So I'll give you another example of not consecutive integers. 9, 11, and 16. Why are those not consecutive?
Because they don't come after.
Yeah, they don't come one after the other. They don't come in a row. So the definition for consecutive integers would be in a row, right? In a row. So again, we're talking about our 1, 2, 3s, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, all that good stuff. But these integers have to add up to 186. So the integers are going to be a lot bigger than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Now, we talked about this in class earlier today, but if you weren't there, then this might be new, except we did talk about it last week as well. So let's try to remember how to figure this out. I need 3 integers. Integer 1, I'm going to call it the first integer, the second integer, and the third integer, and they have to equal what? 186. Now, we still don't know what these are, we just know that they're in a row. And we do know that we're looking for the sum, so what operation is that implying? If we're looking for the sum, what operations? Adding, very good. Okay, so we're adding 3 unknown numbers together. They're going to total 86. If you really wanted to, you could be like, let me take a guess. Let's try the number 40. And I'll see if 40, 41, and 42 add up. And if that doesn't work, and you need to go higher, you can be like, I'm gonna start with 45 and see if 45, 46, and 47. And you can just guess and guess and guess. It's gonna take you a really, really, really long time. You'll probably eventually get there, but it'll take too long. So there is an algebraic way of writing this equation so that it will work every time. Since we don't know any of these numbers, let's start by assigning a variable to the first one. What variable should we use? X. Can we use a different variable? Sure, but usually our go-to is X. So X plus the next consecutive number plus the next consecutive number after that will equal 186. Now we want to work with the same variable, because if I just say, oh, well, if they're different numbers, we could do X, Y, and Z, but that's still not going to allow us to solve, because we have different variables. Using our X variable, how can we represent the second number? Ricky, are you doing this? Using our first variable X, knowing that this value,
X plus 2.
you're thinking of when we were doing consecutive odd, so you're thinking in the right direction, but since these are just consecutive integers in a row, just how many do you have to add to this number to get to your second number? Abby's right, just 1. So this will be x plus 1. How do you use x to get to your third consecutive integer? If you have to use x, how do you go from your first to your third? X plus 2. Very good. Now we have an algebraic equation that will be pretty easy to solve. We have x plus x plus x. What's that? 3x, very good. If it helps you, you can always make your indivisible ones appear, and then you can do 1x plus 1x plus 1x, and that's 3x. So we combined our x terms. Now we can combine our numbers. What would that be? So what is it? Yeah, plus 3 equals 186. Now we are solving for the value of x, and there are some operations caught up. It's caught up in some operations here. So we need to go backwards, order of operations. What is the first thing that we deal with? What 2 operations do we see here? Name them. The operations, so we're talking about multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, exponents. We see multiplication, x is being multiplied times 3. What else is happening? Addition. So we have multiplication, addition. Normally, if you were solving this problem, like let's say we had a value for x, like let's say x was 9, we would just multiply first, then add. But since we're going backwards to undo what's happening to x, we have to go backwards, order of operations. So what do we handle first? The multiplication or the addition? The addition. So what do we do? How do I handle that? So if I have a positive 3, how do I get rid of a positive 3? Or how do I get rid of the fact that 3 is being added? Subtract. Subtract what? 3. Now how do we finish that direction? We subtract 3 on both sides. Very good. Subtract 3 on both sides. Positive 3 and a negative 3, combine those together and you get 0. That's canceled out. Now we have 3x equals 186 minus 3. What's that? I know you guys can do that in your head. I mean, you are welcome to use calculators just to make sure, but 183. So we've taken care of just one of the operations. We have to take care of the other one. How do we take care of a multiplication operation if we're undoing it? Divide. We're going to divide by 3 on both sides. You want to give me the answer? Mm-hmm. Okay. X equals 183 divided by 3 is? 61. 61 is correct. Now, the good news about this homework is it's asking you, it tells you that this has 3 parts to it. It's asking just what the first integer is. Does x represent our first integer, second integer, or third integer? I was supposed to let you guys go a really long time ago. Yeah. Okay, just tell me what the 3 integers are. Yes. Great job.
How long ago?
Like I got my, I'm sorry, you guys can go.
Like how long ago?
Here, take more Jolly Ranchers.
Yay!